Hello, my name is Cameron Delohi. Today I'm going to be talking about dirt therapy, or better known as gardening. There is a lot of different types of dirt therapy. It's honestly a pretty broad spectrum. It essentially includes any like earth-based therapies, so kind of like water, ice, snow, mud, all sorts of stuff. But today I'm focusing specifically on the gardening aspect. Gardening has been around for about 23,000 years. There have been many different types of gardening since the beginning of human civilization. It kind of started as like a way for people to relax and eventually kind of trickled down into farming and just like things for necessities, or just became a necessity. The first signs of gardening were found in the deserts of Persia, Egypt, and Babylon. They spent most of their wealth creating beautiful spaces to connect with nature and care for the plants. The fabled Hanging Gardens of Babylon are the most famous. Legend has it the king at the time built the gardens for his homesick bride, who was from a very tropical area, and so he built the gardens so that she could feel a little bit more at home. After the fall of the Roman Empire, the beautiful gardens of ancient history started to disappear slowly. That's because farming became more of a staple in day-to-day life. Gardens still were seen with relaxation, but started to shift more towards necessity. People would still go and like hang out in gardens and do it for fun, but it was more to survive because they needed to like get the food and herbs and all that stuff. So it wasn't a huge place for relaxation. In the Middle Ages, gardens became filled with herbs and flowers tended by monks. The gardens were still built to be aesthetic, but started to gain more daily use for herbs and flowers. During the Renaissance, gardening took a turn once again. With gardening becoming a luxury, more and more homes popped up with huge, extravagant gardens. Around the 17th and 18th centuries, finally, gardening did a full turn and huge archways and designs began to kind of pop up again, so it kind of started to go back to like the Babylon gardens. In modern day, gardening is more about flowers instead of food. We still do obviously a lot of gardening for like food, but a big part of that is flowers, because like Valentine's Day and just like giving people flowers, so it's like a huge part, and it's just like flowers are such a big home decor that it's like a huge part of gardening. Especially like if you're gardening at your own home and you have your own garden, that's typically what this is talking about. Like gardening nowadays for your own home is more about flowers. Gardening has a lot of pros. There's a lot. It can improve attention span and allow you to focus on one task for longer periods. There are many studies that show outdoor activities can improve symptoms similar to ADHD. It is a great source of exercise. While gardening, you perform movements that mimic a whole body workout. For example, carrying bags of dirt, pushing a mower, digging, and raking can be very intense physical workouts. There are even many ways gardening can be modified in cases where movement is a challenge. Small stools, raised beds, many of the tools can be used for support. When you participate in gardening, there is a reward of eating your own fruits and veggies. Gardening is an excellent way to stay healthy. There are also many health benefits to different vegetables. Spinach contains vitamin K and antioxidants. Sweet potatoes contain beta and carotene, and broccoli contains vitamin C and K. Spending time outside has a lot of proven benefits. When spending time outside, it provokes better breathing, which in turn clears out the lungs, improves digestion, improves immune response, and increases oxygen levels. The sun is also a very good source of vitamin D. It can improve social skills. Many communities nowadays have public gardens which allow for opportunities to meet new people. There is a huge spiritual benefit to gardening as well, becoming one with nature. It allows you to connect with the roots of nature, clearing the mind and opening the spirit. This all put together is an excellent way to cope with stress. Gardening has been proven to reduce stress and improve mood. It provides structure in a routine which can create a calm, soothing environment. Overall, it improves mental health, has proven physical benefits, and is super fun coping activity. In the spring and summer seasons, I absolutely love gardening. I don't really have the space at my home for it, so I typically do it at my dad's house. We grow corn, tomatoes, lots of peppers, cucumbers, and other plants. Not only is it a great way of stress, but it's also a really good way to bond with people. So I've kind of taken that as a way to spend time with my dad and really bond with him. Um, that being said, it is winter right now, so I can't really show you like the gardening I typically do. I do have a lot of indoor plants that I take care of every week. I water them like once a week. I have a compost, which is really cool. You should look into that. A compost for my plants, really good soil for them. Here is some of them. I have this one. She's beautiful. Beautiful, gorgeous, everything. You gotta make sure that I clean their leaves, water them, check the soil, all the fun stuff. I also do a little bit of water gardening. So there's like this one. I got some water plants in there. These ones are you don't do anything. These ones are super easy. Those ones are more for like viewing, which can be a very good de-stressor because you're just kind of like watching nature do its thing. I also have ones like these. It's really bad for cats, so you kind of have to be really careful. I have a lot of cats. Kind of have to be really careful with them like drinking water and stuff like these because this plant is super toxic to them. But I have like some propagated plants, all sorts of plants. Yeah. Dirt therapy is a very excellent way of coping with stress, and I really highly suggest that you guys try it out, or at least look into it a little bit. Thank you for listening. Hope you all have a fantastic day, and goodbye.